Hello creation, I hope you're well. I'm not going to say I've just written this, I actually wrote it yesterday. But I was a bit too tired to post it, to do all what I had to do to get it up online yesterday. Didn't know bad, got 3 up though, got 3 done. Anyway, it's called As the Dust Settles. Hope you like it. They said you were the piece de resistance, an absolute cream of the crop, one to succeed in every walk of life and one who would walk until you dropped. They said you were a mean go-getter, one born not to follow but to pave your own unique path, one unafraid to break new ground, to crack the code of the impossible math. They said that you could withstand the heat as the devil cooked in your kitchen, and that you could survive upon the harshest of foods that would leave the billy goat retching. They said that you could charm the snake without the use of flute, and that you would be the last to jump with or without parachute. They said you would be tested way beyond the construct of the mind, that you would explore all possibilities until the answer you would find. They said you would gain clarity in every given task, always humble in your own success, never one to bask. They said you are the antidote to combat the poisoned system, and regardless of your daily grind, you would sit and take the time to listen. They said that just the thought of you would have them quaking in their boots. Where they are bitter as the lemon juice, you are the sweetest of all fruits. Afraid of neutralization as the acid is of the lime, they realize the magnitude of despair they face this time. They say that once you've played your part and helped make right the wrongs, your story shall be told throughout creation by way of ode and song. And as the dust settles and the new breed do emerge, your godly status shall be renowned for the darkness that you purged. They say you left a legacy befitting of a god, and that you lit up a brand new way of life for all to walk, to follow the path you trod. Hey, that's not bad, that's encouraging, isn't it? That's a bit of encouragement, isn't it? Not bad that. When you're putting that work in, but I suppose that's the thing with these writings as well, isn't it? Is if whatever you can get from these, and I'm not on about you plagiarisers out there who your other writers, because there will be some, I don't doubt, who will take bits and pieces of work and rearrange it to benefit from someone else's channeling, I suppose. But in saying that, I also suppose there's lots of supposing going off in there at the moment, but I also suppose it's not a bad thing really, as long as the channeled word gets out there, even if they do change it a little bit. And that's not giving permission, because our actions dictate what comes back to us. So if you're doing something that's underhand, then it's going to come back to you anyway. So it'll bite you in the ass, basically. It won't be me. It won't be me that bites you in the ass. It'll come from a more divinely being. Yeah, no, it won't be me. It won't be me, flowers. Anyway, so it's strange, because I did think about that before, you know. When you put as much work in to the creative output as I've done, not just in this with what I'm doing at the moment, but you know, many times I've come up with ideas, you know, tried to I've just explored different routes, let's just say that. And there have been others who have benefited from my energy, the channeling, the creativity, the expression, and it's been those who've reaped the rewards, and some of them by not being truthful, really, you know, by being the plagiarist. So but such is life, and things happen, and you know, everything works out in the finish. But there's that much input, should I say output, that's coming through this channel, that eventually I know that those that the abundance of the universe will come knocking at my door. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, that's not what I'm doing it for. It'd be nice when it happens though, because that'll eradicate other circumstances. You know, it'll elevate to a new way of being, which won't be as difficult as it has been. So just being honest, you know, just being honest. So and it really is the best policy. I think so. So last night I was where was I last night? I don't know, on the astral plane, and there was I was being in this instance. It was like they were a private investigator. Yeah, private investigators. I was on some sort of a campus, you know. I believe it was America, or I think it was America, although in saying that, the security guards on the campus weren't, the ones who were filming me weren't, they were English. So, but anyway, it's whatever, it's however we depict the meaning of it, isn't it? And sometimes I can't be asked to go into it. It's just, you know, well, I can't. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe it will just, you know, why look too deep? That's the thing with the Aquarius, with the Aquarian, we can get a little bit too deep into trying to find rhyme and reason, but so maybe it will just as you can tell, I'm a little bit tired today. I'm gonna have a sleep, I think. But I hope you're all enjoying your weekends wherever you are. I hope you're wrapped up in love wherever you are. And if you're not, well, I really do hope that you find it. Hope you can find some. That's it for now. I'm running out of time, so I shall perhaps do one later. Maybe not. We'll see. Take care.